problem. No, we have two problems. Because this story started off with just this story, and then something else happened, then something else happened, and something else happened, and then something else happened, and something else happened, and you get the point. And then it was going to be about one thing, and then it became about another thing, and then it came about another thing, you get the point again. But we have a problem. Let's go over the two problems. One is a gun problem, and one is a mental health problem. Because one without the other is way less effective than together. Because I know right now I'm getting somebody in the comments getting ready to scream. I know what you're saying. Second Amendment is right. You can't break that. You should just blame mental health. And then we have someone else in the comments. Why don't you blame guns? Why it's all about mental health? Now you care about mental health? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Oppression Olympics. It's going, here we go again. All that dumb stuff y'all talking. It's two problems. Because one without the other is better. Yo, we didn't have what's happening now in the world when people were better in mental health. After COVID, people started going a little bit cuckoo. It was calm for a minute. Now they're starting to go a little insane. We're going to talk about all of that. I'm going to explain where my point is coming from. But then you add guns to it. It makes it even more dangerous. Just imagine, can you think someone can go and shoot a crowd of people and injure, kill probably a lot of them? Versus a knife where you go stab him. Yo, if you see 3 people get stabbed, you get stabbed, that's on you. If you got AK-47, there's nothing to stop. In this case, this first case we talking about ain't got nothing to do with it. Let's talk about it. We see it. Raphael rang the wrong doorbell and was shot by Andrew Lester. This man right here. Raphael had no reason to think he was in danger when he approached the house where he believed his younger brothers were waiting for him to pick them up, his family says. He got a couple bullets inside his body instead of a couple of twins coming out to give him a hug. Prosecutors have charged Andrew Lester, 85-year-old, with shooting Raph twice on the evening of April 13th when the 16-year-old accidentally mixed up the older man's address with that of his brother's friend. Although Raph survived and reported in good spirits, the shooting sparked protests in Kansas City and condemnation across the country. Now, the problem with this is, we're going to go over this, is when you have people like Tucker Carlson and Fox News and all these people who is in trouble for lying and openly admits they lie a lot. And you see during the George Floyd thing when Tucker Carlson would literally state, he stated this now, that they are coming to take your homes. They're coming to take your property. Tucker Carlson words, not mine. I'm not insinuating. That's exactly what he said. Who is they? I don't know who they is. You can guess who they is. They're coming to take your homes, what you work for. And Andrew Lester, probably one of them Fox News watchers. I don't have a clue who he is, but I know if I was an 85-year-old man and I watched Fox News, listen to Tucker Carlson for 3 years, tell me how people are coming to take from me, and a young man runs into my house, young man might have problems. We have a problem, America. Some of your talking points done cause mental health to go bad. Your protection of the Second Amendment, my right to bear arms, is causing problems. Let's go talk about some more problems. Alabama shooting up teen brother among 3 arrested in Dadeville party attack as motive speculated. 2 teen suspects have been arrested in connection with a mass shooting at the Sweet 16 birthday party that left 4 people dead and 32 injured in Dadeville, Alabama. Dadeville announced the arrest of 17-year-old Tyreek McCullough and a 16-year-old Travis McCullough at a press conference on Wednesday after remaining tight-lipped about the progress of the investigation for 4 days after the horror attack at the Mahogany Masterpiece Dance Studio on Saturday night. A third man, a 20-year-old, was also arrested. The teens were taken into custody on Tuesday night and charged with 4 counts of reckless murder. More charges are expected to follow. High school football star Phil Dodwell, 18, was one of the 4 killed in this, and it is murdered. He died saving the life of his sister, Alexis, whose birthday celebration it was. Shankivia Nicole Kiki Smith, 17, Marcia Collins, and Corbin Holston were named as the other 3 victims of the shooting, which left many more injured. Joe Biden said, what has our nation come to when children cannot attend a birthday party without fear? You have bulletproof book sacks now. Let's carry on. I just sent that out there for that reason. We got bulletproof book sacks now. You have like training walls of guns now. When I was in school, we didn't have that problem. Man arrested in shooting of 2 Texas cheerleaders that one mistakenly got into the wrong car. One of the victims was critically injured in the shooting that unfolded early Tuesday outside of an H-E-B supermarket in Elgin, Texas, police said. Of course, it's Texas. A man has been arrested after 2 Texas cheerleaders were shot, one critically, after one of them mistakenly got in the wrong car, according to police, and the owner of the gym where they trained. Officer in Elgin, about 25 miles northeast of Austin, responded to reports of shots fired outside of an H-E-B supermarket. Man shooting at a supermarket. Information suggests that the altercation occurred in a parking lot of H-E-B and multiple shots were fired into the vehicle. 2 of the car's occupants were struck by gunfire, with one victim sustaining serious injuries and transported by helicopter to where they were listed in critical condition. The suspect, Pedro Tello Rodriguez, 25, had been charged with deadly conduct at 3rd-degree felony. That's one. And then we had the cheerleader girl that went into the wrong driveway and was just turning the driveway, and the old man shot her. That's another one that I had. I didn't want to just put them out there because you get the drift by now, right? You get the context. I could have put that up too. I could have read that. I read you 3 of them. This is depressing, by the way. This is sad. You make me wonder, do I even want kids? What is my nephew going through? What does he got to go through? Let's go to the full report. Let's go to what we're here for. Let's go for what we're here for right now. There have been more mass shootings than days in 2023, database shows. The United States has faced at least 163 mass shootings so far this year, according to the Gun Violence Archive. There have been more mass shootings than days in 2023. Mass shootings are defined as an incident in which 4 or more victims are shot or killed. Used to be more, but they want to, let's be honest, they wanted to add gang violence to it, so black people can even that number out. So when it was like 7 or 8, it used to be more skewed white, but now it's like evenly, a little more even. Well, based on numbers, you look it up. I'm just saying, it's bigger than black and white. I'm just saying though, sometimes I'm just saying people skew stats to change it for specific reasons, so they can like put certain stats out there. I'm just telling y'all facts how life works. Me working in these fields, I understand how the game works. Mass shootings there have been more than 30 mass shootings in the U.S. in the first 17 days of April alone. Though mass shootings don't make up the majority of gun violence incidents in America, the impact on communities and victims is evident. The incident, like the shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, Buffalo, New York, Uvalde, Texas, continues in cities in the morning and for spark repeated calls for gun reform. Look at this. Look, all these places. 146 is more than that now. Look at that. My state. For some reason, this part of America, right there. Some reason that is like good. I don't know. Right there. But them like states nobody go to, right? You know what I'm saying? Oregon they had a mass. What is that? That's not on the border. I don't know if I consider Oregon. But you see where, and look at Florida, by the way. Look at Florida. By the way, Louisiana is wild too. Look at Florida. Florida probably have the most. Then is it, what is it? South Carolina, Florida. This whole side is crazy. There's a lot in California. You got the Dadeville incident, the Louisville, Kentucky incident. We just going through them. Nashville, Tennessee. That's just Michigan State University. I want y'all to understand. Oakland, California. Look at that. Steppenwolf. Look at this. Look. I just want y'all to show it. Look at these. Look at all these cities. 11 people were shot. Look. I just want y'all to understand what's going on here. We have a problem, America. And you trying to ignore it. You trying to pretend like it didn't happen. You trying to pretend it doesn't. It will go away. If we listen, Republicans. This is me calling you out. You pretend something don't happen so long until it gets out of control. it gets out of control. A lot of y'all talking points is doing just as much damage to the mental as liberal people stuff is. Just saying, if not more. The mental health is not good. The world is going crazy. And people is worried about the dumbest things. You worried about Ron DeSantis is in Florida worrying about if you have a rainbow in your room, you are part of the coalition to ruin America. I'm like, maybe they like rainbow. Maybe it has nothing to do with gay people. Maybe you just obsessed with the LGBTQ people. Maybe everything is, what is wrong with it? Did you see how many shootings and everybody's worried about? You see how many shootings Florida had? You see how violent Florida is? People talk about liberal states. Florida has the most mass shooting. That is not a liberal state. Let's go back up here. Everybody, look at all the crime. Yeah, look at the crime. Look at how many. By the way, this ain't even just. These are conservative sections of Florida. Like, these are conservative sections of Florida. Look at Louisiana, Tennessee. Look at this. These are conservative states, by the way. Or only look at this. Most of these are conservative states outside, of course, New York. Most of these are conservative states. Listen, you can ignore a problem so long, you can pretend it's not happening. Sooner or later, it's going to hit you. Sooner or later, it's going to come back to hunt you. I made a video every week about that. Why don't care about us? I say it, I'm going to say it again. Until you vote them all out, they're going to continue to play this game. And you're going to keep seeing these charts going to get bigger. It's going to be more and more. Because people's mental health is terrible. This internet, these ADD, all these things are horrible. Always trying to live up to the next person. Always trying to be compared. Even when I was small, we didn't have the internet and people would compare things, but it wasn't really like a comparison. It wasn't crazy. Right? Like, you only get compared to people in your area, but now you're competing with the entire world, the entire United States. Everybody pretending to be happy. They only show you their best while you're sad on the inside, even though you only show your best too. So they're sad on the inside. Everybody got this fake bravado. You have people telling you that you can be rich if you buy my scam. You're telling people that it's okay to do this. You're telling people it's okay to do that. People are just, mental illness is being more accepted now. And I think it should be accepted, but I don't think it should be accepted in the way it's being accepted. Like, it's almost cool to be mentally ill. Until the person that's really, really mentally ill don't feel cool. Until it's not just a tweet anymore. You're getting drowned out by people that's not really depressed. And then all of a sudden you're depressed. And now no one listening to you because everybody depressed. And now I'm going to take this pain out on other people. America, we have a problem. One is guns, one is mental health. And I want this chart up here just for a reason. It's of April 10th. By the way, everyone I showed you before, all them posting things I read, all came after April 10th. This is as of April 10th. Everything I showed you before was after April 10th. Think about that. Think about that. America, we have a problem. We have a problem.